Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to master key a lock cylinder. You guys have sent in a lot of questions. I see them in a lot of the videos, even the emails and social media. Master keying is like a top three question that I get on the channel. And I was going to just jump out and throw one up there with the software and how you break it down, but I feel like that goes a little above a lot of rookie minds. So I want to break it down to like its simplest form and make sure that you understand the concept of master keying before we jump into a ton of software and I'm throwing all kinds of stuff at you really fast. I know some people don't learn as quick as others, but when you start throwing these pyramid schemes of master keying and different codes, it can be overwhelming to people. So I wanted to break it down this way. So you don't need a computer, you don't need software. If you just want to practice this and see if this is something you would, be good at or something that you're into, something that you can work with every day before you go spend a bunch of money and hundreds of dollars on software, you can practice this way. So all that you would need is two keys. One would be a master key and the other would be your user key that you're going to tie it to. And you would need your pinning kit. And really, that's really it. I mean, you need your plug followers and whatnot, but your basic tools. So I'm going to show you how to master key this Schlage cylinder. It was in a junk drawer from a rekey I did. I replaced it. It's like a Defiant Schlage. It's kind of weird, but that's why it has the tail. So it is what it is. But we're going to master key this. Oftentimes, when you're doing master keys, I know it's on a commercial cylinder, yada yada. I get it, but we're using this for reference. If you don't know how to decode a key or the keys you are using do not have the code stamped on it, you could invest in a key gauge and this will help you decode them. I've already wrote the codes here to save time. And we're going to jump right into it. So you take your first key, whichever one you want to choose to be your master key, which I've labeled here, master key. The codes are, on this one, it's 24264. And on the user key, it's going to be 44242. I chose these cuts. I know locksmiths out there are going to say, oh my gosh, that's the worst bitting I've ever seen. I get it. We're teaching. So this isn't going on anything. This is going right back in the junk drawer after this. But this is to break it down simply for you. So step one, you're going to take your master key bitting and we're going to write this down. Let me come around the camera. So we have our master key and we're going to write down our bitting, and this is what you would be doing as well. So our bitting is 24264, 24264, and then we are going to use our user key here. So we're just going to put K and we're going to put 44242, just like so. And then just like in elementary school, we'll draw our little line. And right now, our job is to find our bottom pins. Really easy to do. What you're going to look for is the lowest number between these two bittings. So let's put master and bottom. So 4 and 2, 2 is smaller than 4. 2 would be our first bottom pin. 4 and 4 are the same, so we'll go ahead and stick with 4. 2 and 2 are the same, we'll stick with 2. 6 and 4, it's going to be a 4. 4 and 2, it's going to be a 2. Those are your bottom pins. Very, very easy to do. Now, for your master pins, what we're going to do is some subtraction here. 4 minus 2 is 2. 4 and 4 are the same, so there is no master pin. 2 and 2 are the same, there is no master pin. 6 minus 4 would be 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. Now, really easy math here. That's why I chose these biddings. Now, what we're going to do is put this to the test and see if the math lines up. Now, I'm glad we went ahead and did this. I didn't really plan it this way. I just try to use even numbers for the biddings. But when you have the same number here between the two, you're not going to put a master pin in the cylinder. You'll just leave that one empty, and that will just be the cuts. So we only need 3 master pins in the cylinder, and they're all going to be 2s. Again, this is really, really simple, breaking it down for you guys to comprehend it. So let's go ahead and begin. We'll start here. We are going to go with our bottom pins are going to be 2, 4, 2, 4, 2. So let's start here. 2 is a 195. And we'll do another one because that's the 3rd as well. And the last one is also a 2. So, trying to do this around the camera. And then we're looking for 2 4s. So that would be 225, which would be right over here. I'm gonna stretch across the camera here. And 225. So those are all your bottom pins. Now what we're going to do is throw in our master pins. Before we do that, let's go ahead and just see what it looks like when we insert our master key as is. Let's go ahead and just throw him in there. Now you see how he adds up right here. He's flush, and then you have a couple little sitting just below the shear line. So that's what the key looks like when you throw in your master key. Now let's throw in our user key, and we'll see how these pins line up. Just like that. And then you see how they all line up here, except for that first one sitting a little bit below. So what we're going to do is pull these guys right back out. And we're going to put in 3 master pins in the 1st, 4th, and 5th position. So I'm going to, again, come around the camera. And our number 2 master pin is in 030. So we're going to stretch all the way back around this side of the camera. And we're going to grab an 030, which goes in the 1st chamber here, just like that. And then 2 more in the 4th and 5th position. Just like that. And you want to make sure that they fall flat. Now, what we'll do, if you really want to, you can try the keys again very, very carefully. We'll start with this key here. And if we're careful and we don't drop him, which I'm pretty sure we're going to do, let me try to set that up better. So let's see if we could sneakily do this. You know what, I'm going to drop him, but let's put him back in. Just like so. And I took that other one off. Well, if you get the idea here, see that 4th position? The 5th one's going to fall if I put it on. But the 5th one is just above the shear line. So when you put that key in, as it is, it's going to push all those bottom pins where it needs to be. And if we put our 1st wafer back in, it would be flush. Let me do that here let me take our master pin and just move him over to where he wants to be. Right there. And see how now they're all flush with that, where that originally was lower than the shear line. Now it's flush. So what we'll do, we'll just kind of pop him back out. And we're going to put all these master pins back where they want to go. Where'd he go? I lost him. He's gone forever. That's okay. We have more. But we're going to put our master pin back in the first chamber, in the fourth chamber, and we'll grab another one, throw him in the fifth chamber, just like that. Make sure that they fall flat, and we can go ahead and reinsert this back into the housing here. And let's see how our mathed, M-A-T-H, comma to the top, D. So we'll put in our master key, and it turns very clean. This is an old lock, so forgive how it looks. And then we'll take our second key and see how it turns very, very smooth. Now, things to watch when you are master keying like this. So one thing that you could do in practicing is go out and buy some, I mean, obviously you're going to go buy some locks, and they come with pre-cut keys, especially if you buy like a Defiant or a Brinks or Schlage even. They stamp their keys with the cuts. Now, I did the math here in all even numbers to help with this demonstration. If by chance we change these numbers, you could run into some problems. So to give you an example there, let's say that our master key is, we'll scratch that out. So let's say master key is 1, 5, 3, 2, 4. And then we're saying that our second key we want to, master key it with. Let's say that those cuts are 2, we'll go 3, 4, 5, and 2. So when we do our math here, lowest number is going to be the bottom pin. And then here's the master. So lowest number, so it's going to be 1, 3, 3, 2, 2. Now we're going to do our subtraction to get our master keys. And here's where the problem happens. 2 minus 1 is 1. 5 minus 3 is 2. 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3. And 2 from 4 is 2. Your problems are here and here. So if you are trying to master key a Schlage, just know you never use a number 1 master pin. Really, in general, you never want to go below a 2. Even with Kwikset does use a number 1 master pin. Don't use it. You want to do the math to where you're always using a 2 or higher master key or master pin. So if you were to use this method here, you would put the key back in the cylinder, and you would either, in a lot of cases, you put it in, it immediately jams up and you can't turn the key at all. Or you'll turn it, but you get this clicky sound to it and this really clicky feeling. And the more number 1 master wafers you put in there, the worse that can get. So try to avoid that. It's always best if you collect a bunch of pre-cut keys. If you don't have a key cutter and you're just practicing this for hobby, try to collect a bunch of those. And if you see one that happens to line up this way, just switch it to another one. That's really the best advice if you can't cut a key. If you can cut keys though, If you come up with a math and you see one of those ends up that way, just, cut it a little deeper. So that's one way that you guys could practice master keying. Hopefully this really broke it down to its simplest form. I suggest practicing this for, not just 30 minutes or an hour or so. Toy with it. Try to just, you can order pre-cut keys yourself as well, unless you're buying locks and you happen to have a bunch of them. Try it with as many variations as you can. If it seems comfortable to you, then you can move on to the next step. But I wouldn't try and rush this method. Just always remember, this is the math. We'll go over it one more time. We had our master key with its bitting. We have our key that we mastered it with. This is the bitting there. For our bottom pins, we went and used the lowest number between the two. So our bottom pin ended up being 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, which is how we got that. Your master pins are going to be whatever this subtracts. So our master pin here was 4 minus 2, which was a 2. 4 and 4, if it's the same, you do not use a master wafer. And then 6 from 4 was 2. 4 from 2 was 2. So really, really simple. And then as you progress, you can keep moving up and up and up. But again, I wanted to show you guys the simplest form. And I tried to save time, and I'm already at like 17 minutes on the video. Apologies. I know you guys hate the long videos. But I wanted to try to help you guys and explain this the best way I possibly can. I know it's 17 minutes of your life, but this is a skill you'll take with you for the rest of your life. So I hope this taught you something. I hope you learned something. And thank you again for watching the video. If this helped, feel free to subscribe for more locksmith videos.